Good morning, all you beautiful people. All right, we're going to do this week's hotness, a list that I've been putting out for the last 2 or 3 weeks now, maybe four, of the top altcoins that are on my radar. So let's jump in right away, get started. Of course, yesterday, you guys know, transition. I put out a video because there are so many, altcoins are heating up, and there are so many that get added to this list on a daily basis in between the time I create the last video and this video. Many of them pump during that interim, and you guys don't even get a chance to see them. I could really do a video almost daily on this particular topic, but I don't get enough likes, subscribes, comments, shares to do that. So I'm only going to do it once a week, and hopefully you all will have a chance to catch some of that hotness. All right, we always start with Bitcoin. So first of all, if you want to review yesterday's video, you can see all the coins that I took off the list from the previous week's recommendation, why I took them off the list. They all had pumped to some degree, or they just had not maintained a good enough setup for me to categorize them as ready to go. All right, Bitcoin, I just did a video on this. It's been going exactly as planned. I won't spend too much time. What I want to see with Bitcoin here, if you haven't watched the last video, I want us to see us come down in this range really a little bit more and really establish that base as strong support. That would be extremely bullish for me. Yes, a drop further down would be extremely bullish. That's what I'm saying. You can watch the video that I just put out, this week's update on that for more. All right, so let's see what I've got here and what I have to remove, again, because some of these I just added days ago and they've already pumped, in some cases, over 100%. ACH, yeah, we got to get above that 50-day. I don't like where it's sitting right now under the 50-day. I was hoping that once it broke to the upside of this descending trend line, that we would just kind of break through that 50-day and then sit on top of it for further movement up. What I do like about this coin is this RSI position, not as high as some of the other ones that I've seen. And you can see that we are forming a W on the RSI, and that's something that we can adhere to. Now, what happens with the W is we generally come back and test the middle of that W for support before proceeding further up. So you could see that happen. We hit it, and that makes sense here with the 50-day. Hit our heads on that 50-day, come back a little bit, maybe all the way to the 20-day before breaking through and proceeding up. The reason why I have this one on the list is because unlike many of the other altcoins, it has not even, look, it's just hit its 50-day, has not hit the 100-day, has definitely not hit the 200-day. So in addition, it has broken to the upside of this descending trend line, and it's at really one of the lowest price levels it's at. So it's ready to go soon, and look for targets of the 100-day and 200-day moving average, but not before maybe a small retracement. All right, enough said on that. I've got plenty of coins to move through, so I've got to move quickly. AMP is resting on the 50-day. Target would be 100-day, or that support level, resistance level above at 3.3 cents ish. And again, a lot of these coins have already reached the 200-day moving average. They're the lead altcoins. These are the ones that are kind of the trailers. The RSI is also indicating that. I like a lot of the RSIs are in or near overbought territory. I like the RSI where it's at here. I like the price where it's at here, near the bottom of the price level. So it's almost all the way down to its full retraction and still has not caught up to the rest of the market. And that's the reason I picked this one. AXS forming a bull flag here and got good support on the 100-day moving average. All right, so if that 100-day moving average continues to provide support, holds AXS, then we're going up further, and the RSI also matches that theory. FICO. All right, we went all the way to the 200-day. I mean the 100-day. Excuse me. I actually sold at $1.90 on this one. Now let me move that arrow out of the way because we have come back under support. Whoops, got to get my... We have come back under support there. That's a little bit something to be cautious of. Because I'd like to see us on the top side of that support for this really to be in this week's hotness. Didn't notice that we had dropped since I added this back. Unfortunately, I have to take this one off the list because it's not the perfect setup. We've also dropped below the RSI. Now, if we come back above this support at $1.90 today, yeah, I'll add it back. But for now, I have to take this one off, guys. This one's really not prime setup. And I don't want, I want to be as accurate as possible with all of these coin suggestions. Koval, I added back on the list, and it's already popped over that 50-day. I would say target would be a 100-day moving average. Caution would be the RSI is starting to get near that overbought territory, but we still have a little bit of room to work with. And I imagine if Bitcoin traverses sideways, as I hope, maybe not expect, but hope, then maybe altcoins have a little bit of a chance to catch up. All right, take that one off the list. All right, I had DNT. I had added DNT, and I think hours after I added it, I jumped back, and it had already pumped 100%. So taking that one off the list. See what I mean about doing these daily? Really, I could do these daily. Doji I added to the list only because I'm getting a lot of people asking me about it after my last post. And I don't know when I'm going to have a chance to cover it. You can see I made this post about the inverse head and shoulders. I said target 1 we have at 14 cents. Hit that target. Target 2 we have up in this range in the 100-day moving average. Now let me delete that so we can see what we're talking about here. And well, I'll leave the rocket ships here because I still think we've got... Now what's nice is we are using that 100-day moving average as strong support. Although that is somewhat of a doji, possibly turning into a shooting star candle, something to watch for today. I hope that 100-day moving average will hold. As of now, it is providing support. Targets then would be 15 cents, 15.8 cents, 16.8 cents, all the way up to 17.7 cents, and the 200-day moving average is at 18.3 cents. Doji can still fly, guys. And so I put it on the hot list for 2 reasons. Because people keep asking me about it, and number 2, it still has a lot of promise. I'm not going to say it's going to fly right away, but it does have a lot of promise. Take a look at this RSI. Still got some room here. Not as overbought as many of the other coins. Gotta move on here. Filecoin, I have this one on the list. Outside of our descending trend line, got support right here. Upside of the 100-day. This one has room to move. I think it goes all the way to 34.4 cents. And maybe the 200-day comes down to meet that, and that area of confluence would provide significant resistance. At that point, I would want to sell if I was in this trade. IOTX, again, resting on strong support, the 100-day moving average. We've got some resistance up ahead at 11.9 cents. And that 200-day moving average is trajecting upwards versus downwards that you see on many of these coins. So I like that sign as well, indicating we can go all the way up to 12.7 cents on this one. Jasmine, I put back on the list. Can you believe it, guys? I'm not seeing the wallet being suppressed anymore. I'm seeing the coin follow good technical analysis patterns and trends. And I'm seeing a lot of, it's got strong support with that 50-day. Still could come down to the 50-day. But take a look at this. If I jump to the 4-hour chart, you also have the 200 candle moving average in almost exactly the same area as that 50-day moving average. All right, so that is definitely acting as sort of a magnet, reverse pull magnet, and it's pushing that price away and upwards. So it'd be hard for it to come down unless Jasmine does their shady suppression activity once again. But I do like the RSI down here in the middle. Kind of rare for many of these altcoins. Maybe it's rare. Maybe that's something that we should notice and look for other wallets possibly suppressing price at this point. I don't know. But right now, I'll be honest, I like the way this looks from a technical perspective, and that's why I put it on the list. Although it is just under this resistance area, that's a problem. So it's not perfect setup, but we do have a descending wedge right here, which is a very bullish pattern, and looks like that could play out. It definitely has a higher probability of playing out to the upside than the downside. That's why this one's on the list, along with that lower RSI. KRL. Okay, I was debating whether I should take this off the list yesterday. I wanted to wait for us to pop above this 100-day moving average. We did not do that. Therefore, it's not the best setup. Guys, the 20-day moving average is pushing the price up, but is the 20-day stronger than the 100-day? I don't know. That's a gamble that I'm not willing to take at this point, and it definitely shouldn't be on this list. It's too high of a gamble. Now, if you're into gambles and aggressive plays, then maybe this is for you. But for me, I'm taking this one off the list because it's not perfect setup. Mana, it's got the reason I have this on the list. Two reasons, or three reasons, maybe more. Number one, we broke to the upside of this descending purple trend line. Number two, we're on the top of the 200-day moving average and have rarely come below it. So that is providing strong support as well. We also have the 20-day and the 50-day. This whole area right here is a strong area of confluence. Look for that to propel us up, guys, because that is strong support. Now, we have to get above the 100-day, and that's a problem. But overall, the preponderance of data shows on this one that Mana is going further up. MCO2, I like the RSI, I like all this accumulation. I love that the 100-day is underneath us as well as the 20-day. We have a problem with the 50-day up above us, providing a resistance. But once we pop through that, really, the next level is right here, guys. So what is that in terms of percentage? We're looking at another 12 to 13% from here, 12.37%. Mirror, all right, using the 100-day, using the 20-day, upside of this descending trend line. 50-day coming up to help out the 100-day. Very strong area of confluence right here. And I'm thinking, along with this bull flag that we're seeing, once we break to the upside of this, it's the 200-day that we go to. All right, that's what I'm thinking on that one. OXT, all right, to be honest, I was in this, already had its pop. Okay, so I entered right down here. Remember the last post I did here on TradingView? I think I also posted, well, I always posted on my site, but I think that went to Twitter as well. So we were hitting resistance right here, and I said if we come back down and test this support, which I expected us to do, that's my entry area. Fortunately, I had some reserve cash, and I did enter there at around 28 cents. And then soon after, and I went in massive, guys. I went in abnormally large on this trade just because I liked us coming back down to that support. I saw that as sort of a trampoline. I thought we were going to go big. I didn't know it was going to happen hours later, but as many of these recommendations do, it did so happen to happen hours later, and I went all the way from 28 cents on a massive trade all the way up here to my resistance at 33 cents. That provided me approximately 18% profit on that trade. Very happy with that, considering how much I went in. And now we're back down here to support, guys. So this one I have to take off the list because we already pumped, but it's not like this is a bad area to enter because you're on support again. Now you could come back down here and test this support one more time. this is really not one I should be spending a lot of time talking about. I should take this off the list because it has already pumped. QNT, all right, 100-day support right here. We've got 3 targets up ahead. That's where I expect QNT to go. Got to move on here, guys. All right. This one, why does this... Okay, we popped to the top side of this descending purple trend line, but we got the 50-day overhead. Now, we've got a lot of room to move, and I do like the fact that the RSI is down here. Don't really know that this is prime setup, though. I don't think I should have this one on the list because the 50-day is overhead. I'm going to take it off the list, though that one could pop. Very well could pop. Next week, you guys might be saying, see, RGT did pop. And probably that could very well happen. All right, 50-day overhead on this one too. I don't like it. I'm taking it off the list. I think I put some of these on the list because I was hoping by the time I made this video we would have traversed to the upside of those 50-day moving averages, and we did not. So I have to take them off the list. Sand, on the other hand, is on the top side of the 200. We've got the 50 and the 20 underneath us, providing good support. We do have the 100-day. That is actually my conservative goal on that one. But look at this 200-day. Rarely, even during the drawback, have we gone under that 200-day moving average. And that's another reason why I put this one on the list. Sand, look for a conservative target up here at the descending black trend line, and the 100-day. More aggressive would be up here. At this point, this is where I would want to unload my most aggressive, anything I left on the table, because I would expect us to come back down, test the top of that trend line and the 100-day, and then proceed further up. So that's where I would take money off the table, all my money off the table at that orange resistance line at 443. All right, shipping, got this one on the list. I don't know about, but I like the RSI. I like that it's above the 20 and the 50-day, and I like that it's small cap. And guys, these altcoins are taking their turns popping. So I would expect a pop on this one, even though we don't have a lot of data. I would expect a pop on this one sometime soon. VGX, using the 50-day, we do have the 100-day overhead, but look at this price. We're almost down to the lowest price level right now in this heated altcoin market. I don't know what's going on with VGX news-wise, but this thing looks like it's getting oversold considering the way the rest of the market is right now. I don't know how much I would invest in this. This is a very aggressive trade and could be somewhat dangerous. So do not throw all your money at this one. But this one looks good from a technical standpoint. All right, in our wrap centrifuge token, or CFG. Look, this guy's, I recommended this when we were sitting on the 50-day. We went all the way up here to the most aggressive target that I had drawn. And that was a full 73% above where I initially recommended in my last video, I believe. And then I said, look for us to come back down in one of my posts. And we've touched this support. This is exactly a good area for re-entry. In fact, I'll let you in on a little clue. I did re-enter there, all right? I'm expecting this to propel even higher. Only downside of this one, caution flag right here, is our RSI is pretty heated up, all right? So we can't, we've got to rest a little bit before we take off. And if we don't do that, I may exit. Paid subscribers, you will know if I do that. Okay, that wraps up my 20 minutes. So guys, if you miss a coin from this video or anything you see that looks to be hot, don't FOMO yourself in the wrong position, all right? Wait for, just like in basketball, wait for good shot selection, wait for good entry areas in your altcoins, all right? Don't FOMO in. There's plenty of opportunities out there in the altcoin space. Have patience, do your research, and be prepared to hold for a bit, all right? Your turn is coming. These altcoins are going on a rotation basis. Your turn is coming, I promise, all right? Peace, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll talk to you another time. Take care.